Ninjas! I know this isn't the best place to record a video, but this one is super important, so I decided to do it anyway. So, I almost went on a date with this lady. Before we start, I need to give you some context. So, me and this lady, let's name her Lady 2, or just L2. Me and L2 go way back in the past. So we studied together for 2 years in the same class. And throughout all this period, I always knew that she was super into me. But I wasn't attracted to her at all. And later on, you will know why. And after these 2 years passed, we had choice to make. We could either find another school to continue our program, or just stop and get our diploma, and that's it. And most of my friends decided to stop studying. But for me, I said, why not? It will only take 2 or 3 months more, and I will get second diploma. So why not just do it? So I started searching for a new school. And during this search period, she was in heavy contact with me. She was calling me, sending me messages, video calls, even though I wasn't responding to her that much. A lot of times I just ignored her messages. But she was super motivated. She always continued pursuing me. And to be honest, I enjoyed the female attention for a little. Also, I used her for practice because before her, I was pretty bad in video calls. I couldn't hold a conversation for that long in a video call. But with her help, I practiced a lot. And now I can call whoever. Anyways, so she found the search for a new school as an excuse, even though she said that the new school is super far from her house, so she wouldn't go to it. But somehow, by the grace of God, in the first day of school, I just found her there. And we were almost in the same class. By chance, she was just in the class next to me. Yeah, so I saw her the first day, and everything was normal. Until a few days ago, I told her that she called me again, and I told her that I'm going to the city, to the main city where I live, and she was actually there, living in that city. I told her I had some things to do, and she said, yeah, you should come and see me too. It was kind of weird, but I said, perfect. I said, okay, I will bring my computer, since we had some problems with our school and we needed to send a lot of emails. So let's do the emails. He said, perfect. Everything was fine. So the next morning, I drove to the city. I saw my friend who got some tea, and I went to the gym. And later that night, at about 8:30 or 9 p.m., I went to where she lives, and I picked her up. As soon as she entered the car, I got furious because she was too much. She had a lot of makeup on, and she wore a nice dress, perfume. It's as if she was going on a date. I said, well, what the fuck is all of this? It's almost as if we are going, I wanted to say on a date, but it will make things super awkward. So I said, it's almost as if we are going to a party. And she just left it off. And I took my phone, and in my mind, okay, I'm going, so I'm with a friend. And I need a place, it's late, I need a place where I can charge my computer. What's better place than McDonald's? And as soon as she heard this, she got furious. She said, if you are taking me to McDonald's, I'm not going out with you. I said, what the fuck? We are just gonna do the emails. Why do you care? She refused anyway, so I didn't have a choice but to change, to go to another place. The issue is that this new place was pretty far from where we are. and it was about 35 minutes away. So I told her, since it's your choice to change the place, I can go there, I can't drive us, but you need to entertain me throughout all this period. It's super far. She said, okay, I will sing with this music. I said, fuck that, I want you to do some belly dancing. And she actually started dancing in the car. I put on the music, and my style of music is like sad, romantic, old songs. As soon as I turned the radio on, she heard that and she laughed for a bit, because usually ladies are interested in these kind of songs, not men. And we were singing along, and whenever the artist arrives at a lyric where he says my love or my one, she just looks at me like deep in the eyes. It's as if we are in a movie scene, deep in the eyes, and says my love, something like that. And I look at her sometimes to not make things awkward, but it was kind of cringy. We arrived at the spot after 35 minutes. And if you are asking, it was Tim Hortons. She didn't like that either, but didn't have any choice. And I ordered 2 juices, and we sat there. And I knew right away that she didn't come for the emails, because she didn't even bring her computer with her. So I ended up doing everything myself while she was just looking. I wrote all the emails, and she was just disturbing me from time to time, silly jokes, silly comments, and I needed to stop her. Come on, we need to focus here, we don't have a lot of time. It was kind of like that. The interesting thing is that the energy was pretty, like, it was perfect. If just I liked her just a little bit, it would have been the perfect date. She was all over me, and I was like the older guy and keeping her, like saying, okay, calm down, don't talk loud, we need to focus. And she was all over me, trying to impress me. And for the first time, I wasn't even thinking, what should I say next to impress her? Nothing like that. By contrast, I was thinking, what should I do or say so that she wouldn't think that we are on a date? Just to think we are friends. And it was, like I said, it was perfect. I wasn't stressed at all. It went on just like that until midnight, and then she got super tired. And as soon as I finished the emails, I told her, okay, you are tired, we need to go back. Now we are in the car. I put on some super relaxing songs, and she slept. I'm back. I thought it was an enemy. So I put on some relaxing music, and she slept. And I looked at her while she was sleeping, and I thought, this would have been the perfect date if I just liked her. Like, this is the moment, like, if I just kissed her, she would have liked it. She wouldn't say anything. She would enjoy it. But what I was thinking then is, this is kind of too much, you know? She's really into me, and I don't like her, and I don't like her even as a friend. And you may think, why? No one does that. Okay, this is an AI-generated picture modification of her. They are almost the same. I just modified her, not much, just so that no one can really recognize her in real life. As you can see, and her personality actually is whoosh, way worse than that. So you kind of know why I'm not interested in her. And I was thinking, like, how can I say this to her? Should I just be direct and tell her, we are friends, right? Or you prepared yourself too much? I hope you weren't thinking that this is more than just doing the emails or just friends hanging out. I said maybe I will tell her this when she woke up. She woke up, but I didn't have the courage to tell her anything. We arrived at her house, I left her there, and she said, please send me an SMS when you arrive home, since you live far, so that I can know that you arrived safely. At that moment, like, come on, she's really into me. I left her there, and throughout all I drove for like 1 hour or 1 hour and a half, and I was thinking, how should I say this to her, or should I say anything? Then I decided maybe I can just send a vocal message, explain this to her. We are just friends, right? You didn't think much of it. It wasn't just because I felt bad for her. This is like the smallest part, but also she knows a lot of my friends, and you know, ladies, they talk to each other always. So surely she will say this to her friends, like, I went on a date with Omnivert and he didn't do anything, for example, or maybe he was shy. It's kind of like, and I wasn't even interested in her. I consulted some of my friends and talked with some ladies, and they all said, just ignore her, don't tell her anything. So I did that. For the next few days, I ignored her messages until one time she called me and I was just shopping. I answered, and she was happy that I answered. She said, finally, my friend Omnivert of 2 years now got a lady. Like, she thought, since I'm not answering her, maybe my GF got mad of me because I went out with her or something like that. I didn't hear her very well, so I said, okay, let me call you back in a few minutes. I called her back and she just ignored. It was as if nothing happened, as if she said nothing before that. I said, okay, let's keep it that way. Anyways, the story is just, I don't want to give you what you should conclude from this story. It's up to you. But one interesting thing is that actually all the self-improvement, personality improvement actually works. I just didn't have any chance to practice all that I learned. But now that I was on a date with, almost a date with a lady, and I wasn't really interested in her, so I wasn't stressed, it was perfect. It was the perfect masculine and male and female energy. Like I said, if I just have some interest in her, it would have been the perfect date. So this shit actually works, but you need to practice. You need to find a lady in which you are not super interested in, so that you wouldn't be stressed, and just do some practice with her, and you'll find out that you really improved from last time. If you want to join a community of introverts like us, we are introverts that really want to crush it socially, using all means that are possible. We don't care about morality or nothing else, as long as we succeed. So if you are interested in that, just join my school community down there. And as always, stay professional.